Today I'm trying a 24p video to see whether that syncs any better. Let's see how we go. I'm going to try the trick of walking around the camera when I've got gimbal full lock on to see whether I can appear to walk into the picture. Let's see how we go. Well, it seems to have done it. The next question, of course, is whether the video is in sync, because this is one of the chief problems with the Fimi Palm 2 is sync problems, possibly caused by erratic video frame rates, which never seem to be quite on when you examine the properties in Windows. This clip probably won't be long enough to really reveal the problem, but let's see. And now back to the view. In this shot I've got face track on, and so but with gimbal full lock on, so if I turn around fairly slowly you can see the full the gimbal, the face tracking will face track me as I turn around, and you'll see the view behind me change as I spin around, and I'll go all the way around, full 360 degrees. Round I go, and now I'll double tap on the screen to get rid of the face tracking, and this time as I rotate around you should see me disappear out of the view, and the view should stay perfectly still. It's all clever stuff. Amazing what you can do with gimbal cameras. This scene might benefit from using HDR, so I'll switch to that with the gimbal full lock in place. Now I've got HDR on. It's a pity there's no indication of that on the screen, but never mind. Walking with full lock on should give a really steady result, because I don't have to worry too much about any movement of my hand. A bit of a ninja walk is still perhaps best, but even so I can wobble along any way I want. I'm now actually going to lower the camera down to my waist, and it should still be holding nicely no matter which way I tilt the camera. Now I'll carry on walking in follow mode to see if there's any great difference in stability. On the whole, the Fimi Palm is pretty good in the gimbal department, although just every now and then it seems to develop a mind of its own and do weird stuff. But you know, all things considered at the price, one can hardly complain. And finally I'm in pitch lock mode, holding the camera vertically in front of me at the moment. Then I'm going to bring it down to my side and then turn it to my right. So down to the side, in torch mode. Now I'm going around to the right. Okay, so going back to the path, and I'll walk along a bit just to see how the face tracking works. I'm not going to be particularly careful about what I'm doing with the camera, except I've discovered that it's nicest for the viewers if one holds it up a bit, almost at top of head height. Gives a nicely framed picture. If you come down here it starts to go up one's nose and the sky's too bright. And I'm doing nothing to keep myself in the frame, just relying on the tracking to do so. Here's an interesting path I've never gone before. I'll walk up here. It's a little bit rough underfoot, but I can manage it, I think. Ooh. It's a very hot day today, about 30 degrees centigrade. Well, very hot, quite warm, shall we say, and a bit sticky and cloudy, little sun. Wonder where this track goes. Ooh. Here I go. I'm not sure this is going to be a good idea. I'll show you where I'm going. Pretty sure I'm in tilt lock mode still. Oh, interesting bit of interesting bush here. Nice purple flowers. That was some kookaburras. This is the entrance to one of our quarantine facilities. When somebody gets the virus, they're brought here and locked up for 2 weeks down in this pit, and then after 2 weeks they're tested and allowed out. And that's why we don't get much in the way of virus here. I'm in tilt lock mode. Just walk out onto the bridge here. This is what they call a water retarding basin, and when there's a lot of rain in the neighbourhood, the rain comes down here, turns this whole area into a lake. And sometimes it actually breaks over this bridge, which is quite a sight. Rare, but it happens. Just remember to bring the camera down next time it's really raining hard.